Hey, what's up, you guys? So, this video is going to be a little different than my first one. I felt kind of bad that I started off with such a random rant, um, but this is going to be a little bit different. It's a little bit more inspirational, like I talked about wanting to do in my first video. Um, this one really comes from the heart for me because, oh my god, has sunburn and it's starting to peel a little bit, so I'm sorry, a little itchy. Um, anyway, this one it's really close to me. If you didn't take away from my first video, I am gay. I come out about 2.5 years ago, um, and it was one of the best decisions I ever made in my entire life, and no one will ever be able to tell me otherwise. Because it was the time that I finally decided to be me. Um, Now, I had more of a success story than some of the other videos that you might see here, um, because my family really surprised me and accepted me um, a lot better than I thought they would. Now, I can tell you that there are still things that they don't accept and they don't really like, but they accept me for me. Um, a lot of my family, is really religious. My grandma, she's a staunch old-fashioned Catholic. I have one of my uncles, he's a deacon in his church, and one of my other uncles, he has a really rock-solid faith, and they don't really accept it as what it is, but they accept me because it is me. So here is kind of my coming out story, meshed with a little bit of inspirational talk for you. Um, so, like I said, I came about 2.5 years ago. It was actually after I had started dating guys, which was kind of a little weirder because it was like I was trying to run around my family and shove it off, and the bad part is this guy that I was dating, I thought I was really, I really liked, and I come home one night and I had this goofy ass smile on my face, and I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I got real stone faced real quick and all this kind of stuff. And anyway, so finally, after me and this guy had been dating for a while, a few weeks, I kind of saw things maybe going a little somewhere, so I figured it was probably time that I should tell my parents. Now, I had actually come out to some people already. I actually come out the first time to my two best friends in high school, Jeanette and Olivia, which if they ever watch this video, will be excited that I am telling this story. Because they did it completely wrong. I'm not gonna lie. They made me come out the complete wrong way. But I'm so happy that they did, and I love them for it so much, and they know that. But they actually locked me in the back of the car and told me that they weren't going to open the doors or go anywhere until I told them the truth. And so of course I told them because I knew that they would be okay with it. But that was really the wrong way to do it. You should never force anyone to ever come out. So if you're one of those people, please don't do that. But I can't blame them for doing it, and I really do appreciate that they did it, but some people might not appreciate it. Other people are not like me. So then I actually come out to my grandma, which was one of the hardest things I think I ever did in my life, because grandmas are not usually who people start out with. But me and my grandma, we are so close. We are like best friends, and always have been. I used to call her and be like, hey, what are you doing? You want to hang out? And we would go shopping or go to the movies or whatever we wanted to do, go out to dinner. So coming out to her was a really big deal for me. And I sat her down and I was like, I really need to talk to you. And she could tell that something had been up, and she told me that she had, that I'd been kind of acting a little weird the past week or so, because I'd really been trying to build up the courage to tell her. And I sat down with her and I, of course, told her, and she told me that, it wasn't what she believed in because of her faith, but she really couldn't do anything about it, and she accepted me for me because I was her grandson and she loved me. And this is pretty much the same thing that happened with all of my family, except for my dad, and it was a little awkward with my dad. My mom, she didn't expect it, but she's like, of course, I still love you. But my dad, I actually didn't get to tell my dad, because I thought my dad was going to be there the night that I told my mom, but she wasn't, and so I knew I had to tell her. So I just went ahead and told her, and I just told her not to tell Dad that I was going to tell him. And I turn around and go to bed, and she turned around and calls him and tells him, and she tells me the next morning that she called him and told him, and I was like, oh my God, now what am I going to do? So I actually had went out and hung out with the guy I was seeing, and I was coming back and my car broke down, and who could I call but my dad? So I called him and he met me, and we're waiting for the tow truck to get there, and I'm sitting in his car and he's like, so is there something you want to tell me? So obviously we talked about it a little bit, and he was still okay with it, but he's like, it's going to take a lot of getting used to because I really wasn't expecting this from you. And my ankle just popped, and if you heard that, I'm so sorry. But, I really did have a more successful coming out story than most people. But the reason I come out wasn't because I was just seeing this guy. It was because I was tired of living a lie. I was tired of people thinking I was something I wasn't. And hiding yourself is the most stressful thing you will ever do. So if you're still in the closet, believe me, I know how you feel. I mean, I stressed out for years. I knew since like 4th grade that I was gay, that I was attracted to guys. And because I didn't know that it was gay then, he's a guy and I'm attracted to him. So I didn't know it was gay at the time, but I did know that I was attracted to men. But, I finally decided to come out because I was tired of living a lie. I was tired of beating myself up and not being happy. I was tired of running around and trying to hide the fact that I was seeing this guy, and what if someone saw us and told my parents? That would have been catastrophic. So, really, you should not hide yourself, because you are who you are, and who you are is perfect. And don't let anyone or anything ever change the fact that you are the way you are. It's just you, and who you are is perfect. I know that's sappy, but, it is what it is. So, I think I'll make another video here shortly. I don't know how long the time in between videos I'm going to take. So, I'm going to say, here's the question for this video, because I'm not going to say like question of the day or the week, because I don't know how long it'll be before I can post another video. So here's my question. What are some things that you really like about yourself, or maybe that you hide about yourself, that you really enjoy but you're scared of what other people might think? Or, how your family would react. And if you have any questions about being gay and how you can come out and things like that, so put that in there too. I love being helpful. So I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm sorry for the crappy quality. Sorry.